Hi guys, this class is about folding and unfolding. It's an advanced level class because it changes direction a lot. There are quite a few balancing postures and I'm not explaining so much, I'm just guiding you through. If you're a beginner, then just look at one of my other beginner classes. Enjoy! So just bear in mind that whenever you see me from the side view, I'm doing the same as you guys, and whenever you see me front view, I'm mirroring you, so you can exactly copy me. So we will start on the belly, just relax, lay down. And this is a moment where you could pause the video and just stay here for however long you want. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I just want you to arrive in your body and take some time to check in with your energy. And then slowly we start moving, lifting the upper body. And the hands are as wide as your mat. You start moving the body from left to right, right to left, coming as high up as you wish. And do that a couple of times. Maybe moving all the way to the side, kind of snaking your spine. And all the way down again. One more time up. Lifting the upper body, make sure your hands are providing a base. Last one. Lift up and down. And then start to do that a few times, all the way up and all the way down. Taking one breath to lift up and one breath to move down again. Rolling the spine all the way down to your mat. And making a big circle and to the other side. So we're really warming up the spine, bringing some movement into the upper body. And when you do this, make sure that the shoulders keep dropping into the upper back so they don't lift up too much to the ears. And then lift up again. Maybe you want to change the position of your hands, bring them a bit closer or further away. Stay there for a few seconds and then roll down again. And then roll onto your right side, reaching your right arm far away from you, opening the right shoulder. And you can help yourself with bringing your left foot onto the floor so your knee is bent, if that feels comfortable for you. Your head can rest on the floor. And roll onto the belly. We do the other side. So reach the left arm away from you, right foot on the floor. And just take a moment to look at the position of my arm. So don't bring the arm too far down or too far up. Just search for that nice opening in the shoulder. For everyone it's a bit different, but search for your right spot. And roll back onto the belly. One more time. And this time, when we roll onto the right side, we bring the left arm behind the back. And roll back onto the belly, left side. Reach the right arm back. Opening both shoulders. Just a short time. Roll onto your mat again. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Finding some space. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders so you can push up onto the knees and then stretch. So your hips are still up in the air. This is what they call puppy pose sometimes. So we are looking for an opening in the chest and the armpits. You can rest the forehead on the floor maybe, or on a block. Take a few deeper breaths. And then sit down onto the heels, rolling up. Starting to move the head in circles. And also feel what this movement is doing to the rest of your body. How are your shoulders moving, your whole spine? What kind of effect has it on the middle back and the lower back, and maybe the hips? You can make your movements a little bit bigger. Now we start to circle the left arm. And the right hand can be on the floor for support, making big circles. First forward and then back, opening the shoulder. And then we stay on this side, reaching towards the right. And then come back to the center to do the other side. So circling the right arm with the left hand on the floor. Big circles. Slow movements. And then we pause again, reaching to the left. And then come back to the center. And then reach to the right. Maybe your hips can drop a little bit to the left. And then reach to the left side. Drop the hips to the right. And we do that a few times. So just change sides. Can be a little bit faster. You can drop the head in whatever way you like. Maybe finding a nice stretch for the neck. And then come back to the middle. And then we look up, open the chest, and round your back, drop the head. Inhale, open the chest, look up, and bring the navel in, round your spine. A few times, same thing. So inhale, look up, exhale, round. Inhale, open, exhale, round. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And bring the hands onto your mat so you can push yourself back into a forward fold and just dangle there. Relax the head, the arms. Maybe you can grab your elbows if that feels nice. The feet have a wider stand, so they're kind of the same width as your hips. Feet firmly planted onto the floor. And stay here a little bit. Waking up those hamstrings. And then place your hands on the floor. Just wiggle your hips a little bit by bending your knees one by one. Now turn your feet out a little bit. Do the same thing. Just relax the upper body, walking from side to side. Finding a stretch in a different area of your legs. Also notice this feeling, how it changes. Now turn your feet in. Doing the same thing, walking from side to side. Now you feel the stretch in a different part. You can micro bend your knees if that's necessary. Now bring the feet parallel again. And then we drop the hips all the way down, walk the hands to the front, all the way into plank, starting to move in your plank. So we walk the feet a little bit, moving the hips around, stay strong. Really working the arms and the legs, moving in whatever way your body asks you to. Warming up the body. Maybe you want to go into an upward dog for a moment. Lifting one hand, the other hand. And then walk the hands all the way back to the back of your mat. Bring the hips down, bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Folding forward, stretch the legs, now lift up halfway. And again, folding forward. Lift up halfway, so keep the legs bent into that chair pose. Now bend your right knee, reach underneath with your right arm, left arm comes onto the back. And then open your chest, look up. Inhale, back to Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, again, chair pose. Exhale, other side. Bend your left knee, left arm reaches underneath, right arm onto the back. You can grab your fingers. Make sure that your foot is on your toes. This creates a bit more space. Inhale, again, chair pose. Exhale, folding forward. And then bring the hips all the way down. So sit almost all the way down in a squat. Inhale, now roll all the way up. Exhale, make yourself really small. Round your back. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, rounding the spine. Sit all the way down. Push from the feet. Inhale, lift up. Open your chest. Exhale, round. Dive down. Inhale, lift up, open, and exhale, one more time, all the way down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, squat, round back. Now open the knees a little bit so you can reach forward with the arms. And then stay here a little bit. Try to reach far away, open those hips, and then we lift the right arm up, look to the sky, and walk forward into a side plank, opening the left arm. Now you can lift the left leg up, bend your knee, and push away from the floor, rolling your ankle, moving your foot around, and then step the foot down. Bring the hips all the way down. Inhale, lift up, push up, reach over with your arm, exhale, down again. Lift up, push away from the floor, and down. One more time, lift up, and down. Now we move towards the left side, bringing the left foot onto the thigh, into figure 4, walking the hands forward, finding that hamstring stretch. If you want to move around a little bit, you can do so. Try not to reach immediately towards your foot. Don't grab the foot, just finding that opening at the back of your leg, still engaging your core, the back muscles. And then maybe in the end you can grab your foot. Pull the navel gently in. And we want the back of the neck to be long. So just kind of look at your shin. Reach the right arm up and back, plant it onto the floor again, lift up into side plank with the left leg bend, down again, one more time up. And now you can lift your leg. Maybe you can even grab your foot, straighten your leg, or just keep your leg bent like I do now. And then we bend the right leg a few times. Just push into the floor and then step forward with the left foot into a lunge, starting to move around in circles, circling the hips, bending both legs each time, finding space in the hip flexors, hamstrings. Maybe you want to lean a little bit forward, bringing that left hand onto your thigh. And just find a position that's useful for you right now. And give yourself some time here. You can bring your knee down onto the floor. Maybe you need a cushion underneath. And then we lift our arms all the way up, bring the knee off of the floor into a high lunge, and then reach the arms back. Now every time you reach the arms back, the upper body is parallel to the floor and both legs are straight. When you reach the arms up, the left leg is bent into a high lunge. So we do that a couple of times. And the arms are unfolding like wings alongside the body. And then we bring the right hand down onto the floor, circling the left arm and bending the knees when the arm comes down. And when it opens, we straighten the legs into a reversed Trikonasana. You can use a block here if you want to, underneath your hand. And after a few of these movements, we can stay for a little bit and then lift all the way up, bringing the left hand to the back thigh. So the left hand is on your right thigh, and we reach the right arm over the head to the left in a side stretch. And then bring the hands down, step all the way back into a three-legged downward dog. Left leg is up. You can look underneath the shoulder. And then we bring the knee to the right. Lift up again. And bring the knee into the right knee. Lift up. And bending both knees when you do that. So the legs really have to work. Doing that a couple of times. Opening the hip each time you come up. And then bring the foot down. Into downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Adjust whatever you have to adjust, and then rolling forward into an upward dog. Keep the core engaged, the knees off the floor, the legs are strong, and go back into downward facing dog. Rolling forward into upward dog and back into downward facing dog. If you're not sure how to do this, just look at one of my other videos where I explain a bit more about how to go into this movement, this waving vinyasa. Now bring the knees down and rest in child's pose. The forehead can be on the floor. You can massage your head a little bit by rolling the head from side to side. That's always nice. And just take a little bit of a rest. Trying to find your deeper breath again. Maybe it's speeded up a lot. Relax the shoulders. So in this video, in this class, we work with different rounds. So this time we're going to do the other side. So lift up, sit onto the heels, bring the hands down, tuck the toes, and then we're going to squat again. Bring the hands behind your head, interlace the fingers. And we do the whole same sequence again. So folding forward, stretch the legs, now lift up halfway. And again, folding forward. Lift up halfway, so keep the legs bent into that chair pose. Now reach underneath the right leg, bending the right leg. And come into chair pose again. Reach underneath the left leg, so you see the toes are on the floor, the heel is lifted. Again, lift up and folding forward. Come up halfway, one more time, and then sit all the way down, rounding the back. Now we're going to lift all the way up to standing, open the chest, and then dive down again, rounding the spine. Push from the feet when you lift up, open the front body, and down again. A few more times, lift up, and round, rolling up through the spine. And dive down, head in between your knees. Open the knees so you can reach forward. You can turn the feet out a little bit also. Finding that hip opener, you can move a bit from side to side. Finding some more space. And then right hand on the floor, left arm opens. Reach forward into a side plank, left hand down, right arm up. Now lift the right leg, bend your knee. Try to push away from the floor, circling the foot, moving the ankle. Now step the right foot on the floor, go down, lift all the way up, push, and down again. Lift up. Whenever you come down, try to not sink into the shoulders, so keep that arm, the left arm, strong and straight. Now roll to the right side, right foot is on your left thigh, starting to move around, and then walk the hands forward into your forward fold, your hamstring stretch. Remember not to reach towards the foot straight away. Pull the navel in gently. Take a few breaths here. And we try to relax that right hip so the knee can fall a bit down. And then in the end, you can reach forward, maybe grab your foot. Make sure your shoulders don't creep up towards your ears. Really take your time here. It's also a bit of a resting moment. Now reach the left arm up and back. Go back onto your side plank. Reach the right arm up. And then go down, bring the hips down. Lift up again. Right foot is on the toes. And now lift the right leg off of the floor. You can grab your toes here. Maybe you want to straighten your leg. Now start to bend your left knee and then step the right foot forward. So you use that momentum to bring the right foot forward. Starting to circle the hips. Finding space. And then eventually we want to find that stretch for the hip flexors, where we stay a bit longer. You can circle both ways. Bring the knee down if you want. Maybe resting your right hand onto your right thigh. And wherever you want to pause, you pause there. Whatever feels useful for you. Maybe there's a tiny bit of movement still, or you just want to stay in stillness. And then we're going up after this into a high lunge. So for that we have to tuck the back toes under. And then we're going to reach the arms up. Now the right leg is bent. Now when we reach the arms back, both legs are straight. Lift the arms up, high lunge. Unfold the arms like wings, both legs are straight. A few times. Lift up and back and up. Whenever you reach back, try to reach that heel, that back heel, far away from you to the floor. Now bring the left arm on the floor, circling the right arm into that reversed Trikonasana. So you bend the knees every time the arm comes down. Finding those big circles. And then we stay here a bit, pausing for a few seconds. You can use a block if you can't reach the floor. And then lift all the way up, reaching the right arm towards the left thigh. And the left arm reaches towards the right side into a side stretch. So it's no back bend. We're opening the side body. Bring the hands down, step back, three-legged downward dog, right leg up. And then a few times we're going to bend the knees, right knee comes to the left knee, and lift back up, down and up, down and up. So our legs are working again. And the upper body stays the same. So that's still a beautiful long line. The spine is long. Bring the foot down. Downward dog. Take a moment. And then roll forward. Upward facing dog. Legs are still strong. And roll back. Downward dog. Roll forward. Upward dog. And back into downward dog. The last bit you bend your knees. Now lift the heels. Roll forward. Open the chest. Now push from the navel, then bend your knees. Downward dog. Beautiful waves. Now bring the knees down and rest in child's pose again. Forehead on the floor. Just take a break here. The knees can be a bit wider if you like. Relax the elbows and the shoulders. And then we're going to repeat this whole sequence. So we roll up to sitting. And then we tuck the toes under, come into a squat, interlace your fingers behind your head, and then come up, forward fold, halfway up into chair pose and folding down again. And bend your knees, come halfway up and down again. Now wrap your left arm underneath your left leg, open your right shoulder. The toes are on the floor. And come halfway up again. Other side. Right arm underneath your right leg. Open the left shoulder. And again halfway up. Interlace your fingers. Folding forward. Straighten your spine there. And then squat down. Rolling all the way up through the spine. Open the chest when you're standing. And then rounding again. Lifting up. Open the chest and go down, rounding your back, rolling up to open and folding. One more time, lift up and folding again. And then reach forward, open the knees, turn the feet out a bit. Left hand on the floor, open the right arm, walking forward, resting on the right hand to open into a side plank. Left arm up, left leg up. Try to push away from the floor. And then step the foot down, bring the hips down, lifting up. And away from the floor and down again. Slowly. Up and down. Wherever you come up, the left foot is on the toes. down again, and then roll to the left side, so you're in a forward fold with the left leg over the right, reaching forward, grabbing the foot now. Your neck is long, keep looking towards your shin. And then we take the left foot to open the left arm back into a twist. You can bend your left knee also if that's needed. And then we go into a core exercise, opening into starfish and then closing again, opening and closing, balancing on your sitting bones. Doing that a few times. And go slowly. The lower you go, the tougher it gets. Right leg back onto the floor, make a big circle with your right arm, side plank again, left foot on the floor, and now lift it off the floor. You can take your foot, maybe straighten your leg here, and then you're going to bend your right knee a few times to be able to push forward, place the left foot down, circling your hips, finding space there. Maybe pausing wherever that's useful for you. And then lift up and unfold the arms like wings, straighten both legs. Lift up, front leg is bent. And both legs straight when you come down. Doing that a few times. And then we're going to place the right hand down, opening the left arm, bending your knees when you circle the arm into reverse Trikonasana. You can bring that arm behind your back, open the shoulder, twist a bit further, maybe reaching towards the outer edge of your left foot. And then circle the left arm up, grabbing your right thigh with your left hand and reaching your right arm to the left. Side stretch. Bring the hands down, step back into three-legged downward dog, left leg up, and then bring the knees down and up again. So left knee comes to the right knee, bending both knees. A few times, up and down, and then push from the foot forward and then open towards the right side, walking from side to side, straightening one leg, bending the other, using your hands on the floor, opening to the left again, lifting the left leg up, three-legged downward dog, and then bring the foot down, downward facing dog, rolling forward, beautiful waves, back into down dog, lift from the heels, rolling through the spine, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog, upward dog, and downward dog. Take a breath here. Feel how the hands and the feet are grounded. Bring the knees down and rest in child's pose. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the hands, the fingers. And then come up again into a squat. Interlace your fingers. Straighten your legs, forward fold. Come up halfway, chair pose. Down again, folding forward. Bend your knees, come up halfway. And then wrap your right arm underneath your right leg, open the left shoulder. Come halfway up again. Do the other side, left arm underneath your left leg, right shoulder opens. Halfway up again. Fold forward. And come down, squat. From here, push from the feet, lifting all the way up. Open the chest and folding, curving the spine. Push from the feet, lift up to standing and down. Rolling up and down. Up and down, and then reach forward, open the knees, turn the feet a bit out, opening the left arm and reach the left arm forward, side plank, right arm up, push the floor away and then lifting the right knee up. Step the foot down, bring the hips down. Lift up slowly, the right foot is on the toes and down again. Reaching up and down. Bring the hips up high and down. Roll to the right, folding forward. And then grabbing your foot, or maybe working with a strap if you need it. Just take a breath or two here. And then unfold. Take your right foot with your left hand. Open the right arm to the back. If you need a bend in your knee, you can do that. And then hold your knees. Now open into starfish and fold again. Core work. And the closer your upper body gets to the floor when you open, the more you need to work. Folding and unfolding. And then bring the left hand back onto the mat. Open into a side plank again. Lifting the right foot off of the floor. You can take your big toe, maybe straightening your leg. And then we work with a few bends in the left leg to push the right foot forward. And then start circling the hips. Pausing wherever it's useful for you. And then lifting the arms up. Unfolding like wings. Straighten both legs. Lift up. Right knees bend. Unfold. Straighten the legs. And go on like that. So this round we're going a bit faster. Finding that beautiful flow. I'm bringing the left hand down. Opening the right arm. Whenever the arm comes down, you bend your knees and then opening the arm, straighten the legs. Reverse Trikonasana. Arm can come onto the back, maybe grabbing the hip even, reaching with the left hand to the outer edge of your right foot. And then lifting up, grabbing your left thigh with your right hand, reaching the left arm over to the right, side stretch. Bend the knees, bring the hands down, lift the right leg up, three-legged downward dog, and then bringing that knee to the left knee, bending both knees and lift up again. Bend and open, bend and open. And then push forward, step forward, turn to the left, walking from side to side. Turn forward again and lifting the leg back up. And then bring the foot down, downward facing dog. Rolling forward, upward dog, and back into downward dog. Waving vinyasa. Make sure you keep your poses alive. Don't lock the arms, keep them strong. And then bring the knees down. Rest in child's pose. Relax the shoulders. Now roll up to sitting, starting to circle the right arm. Big circles. And then bring it behind the back, circling the left arm. Trying to grab the hands. If you can't reach, then just take a strap. Moving around a bit so you feel where it's useful for you to pause for a second, to open the shoulders. And release. Starting to circle the left arm. Bring the arm on the back, circling the right arm. And then grab the hand. Or use your strap, starting to move a little bit. And feel where's that point that you get the best stretch. You can stay there for a second or two. And release. Moving the shoulders. Now place the hands onto the mat. And come into a squat at the back of your mat, opening the feet, opening the knees, hands together. We're going into a little sequence. First a bit slower, and then later a little bit faster. So we repeat it. Moving the hips from side to side. And then we're going to step diagonally onto the left foot into a half moon. Open the arms, lifting the right leg up. And then we're folding into what I call speed skater, knee to knee, spiraling, turning the upper body in, and then unfolding, grabbing your right foot. You can straighten the leg if you can, opening the right arm, maybe even looking back, and then take a big step diagonally again into that side stretch that we did before, reaching the right arm back to the side, hands together, once more, half moon, unfold, and then bend both knees to squat again. Now you can do the other side, so we're stepping to the right side, onto the right foot, unfolding into half moon. From there, going into speed skater, bringing the left knee to the right knee, spiraling, and then grabbing the left foot, reaching the left arm back. Take a big step diagonally back, and then reach over to the right side. Hands together, step forward again into half moon. And back into the squat. So now we can repeat this sequence. First, we're walking the hands forward, moving around into an alive plank, and then walking the hands back into a squat. And this time we're flowing through this sequence a little bit faster. Stepping to the left, onto the left foot, half moon. Speed skater, spiraling, unfolding, grabbing the foot. And then step the foot all the way back, reaching to the left. Hands together, unfold into half moon, and stepping into the squat again. Facing forward. Now step to the right, unfold into half moon. Speed skater, bend your standing leg, grabbing the left foot to unfold, and then step back, big step, side stretch. Hands together, unfold again, and then bend your leg to come down into a squat. Take a breath, and then unfold into downward facing dog, bringing the knees down. And then we're grabbing the right foot, finding balance on the left hand and the left knee, lifting that foot up, so we press the top of the foot into the hand. Step the right foot forward and starting to drop the knee open so the foot rests on the outer edge. Circling the right arm a few times, and then grabbing the back foot, opening the chest. Drop the weight of your hips down. So we're opening the hip flexors. And then again, bring that right leg back, grabbing the foot. Press the foot up. And then bring that right knee into the left knee to push yourself back into a nice stretch for the glutes. You can rest onto your elbows. And take a few breaths here. And then we unfold again onto all fours. Gently moving, rocking from side to side. And then we start with the left side, so lifting the left leg up, grab the foot, push the foot up. And it helps sometimes to bring that right hand a bit further away from you, not right underneath the shoulders, but a bit further away for stability. Now step the left foot forward, open the knee, drop the foot on the outer edge. Make a circle with your left arm once more, and then grab the back foot, open the chest. And then you let go, lifting the left leg up. And then bring the left knee to the right knee and lean back. Rest onto the elbows, relax the shoulders. Take a break. And then shift the weight forward again, unfold onto all fours, gently rocking from side to side. Now we're going into a headstand, making a triangle with your arms, interlace your fingers, crown of the head is on the floor. First walking the feet closer and then lifting up. Make sure you're only going into a headstand if this is in your regular practice and you practiced this with a teacher before. And if not, you can go into any restorative inversion, bringing your legs up against the wall, for example. In your headstand, try to keep the legs active, the feet active. Finding your balance, and then slowly bend your knees to bring the legs down again. And just rest into child's pose. And then we roll down all the way onto the belly. And relax completely, open the feet a bit wider. Arms are to the sides, head to one side. Soften all your muscles. And you can stay here for as long as you want. Even when the video ends, make sure that you just stay a bit longer here. Maybe for about 10 minutes at least. You worked really hard, so your body needs rest, time to integrate. Relax all the muscles in your face, your mouth, your jaw, your cheeks, your forehead, your eyes. After a few minutes, you could turn your head to the other side. Feeling the subtle movements of your breath, your lower back rising and falling. Your rib cage gently expanding and contracting. Relax the feet, the toes, the hands, the fingers. And feel the weight of your body on the floor as if you're hugging the floor, leaving an imprint. Relax. Relax completely.